Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross up today. So, as you know, I don't normally do videos on this particular game, but I do like to do videos every time they have something really big. And in this case, they have, because they have brought back the collab between RE0. So, we've got Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross and RE0. Second is, now this is different than the first one. The characters are different. They do have several new characters offered in this. So if you don't have any characters, this is a chance to get your hands on some. And of course, if you participated in the first collab, this is a chance to get some more characters. Now, the characters they're offering as the two primary characters, which are Reinhardt and the Witch of Greed, are really good characters. Reinhardt's really got could be a staple inside of PvP. He works really good inside of the band team. Okay, if you want to do a band team, and then of course works Achina, which is the Witch of Greed. She excellent AOE damage. So if you're looking for something in that regard, and I am, and I'll explain why here shortly, why I'm looking for AOE and why you will need AOE in this particular event. So let's go over. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the draw first, since this is, of course, the main thing that everybody looks at. So we've got the standard draw here. It is a 600 pity to get the chest, and you get to choose. Not 900, like in the festival for Assault Buddhist Stories. It was, of course, a 900. Not exactly sure, I decided not to draw on that because I'm not doing a demon team, so not really something I was looking. Now, so as I've said, the Witch of Greed and the Master Swordsman Reinhardt, these are the two characters that are the new characters. These were not in the previous collab. Amelia, Ram, and Beatrice were in the original collab that occurred a while back. New characters, excellent characters, as I've said. Good inside of being team. And excellent AoE damage. Both first, second skill, all her skills do AoE. Okay, she also has a pretty good relic as well, and her ult is pretty useful too. Her main focus, if you want to use her inside of PvP, her main focus should be farming. Once you get her up to power, she's going to be a super farmer with all AoE. You can use, you can always hit AoE, and that's what farming is basically getting through the mob trash as fast as possible. That's what farming is. But if to use her inside of PvP, you need to have, because all of their links and their buffs or stuff are associated with unknown, what's called the unknown team, and these are the unknown characters. So this is what you have to do. It's best. So if you want to utilizing them inside of themselves in themselves with their linking and their synergy makes it a pretty good team. If you're looking for, it's not easy to build because these are collab characters, so these characters are not available as often as other one comes. So it requires a lot of upkeep if you want to actually make an unknown team. I might do an unknown team, but I'm really not. My main focus was to get. I wanted the Witch of Greed, and I wanted her specifically for something else, and I got her. I got her on the second pull. As you can see, I have not even got to the first pity yet. First pity, you will not get a choice. You will get one of these characters. Okay? So one of these characters will be what you get, and you don't have a choice. But as you can see, Achina and Reinhardt are, of course, rated up a little bit high. 10% higher than the others. So, but you're going to get one. It's a 100% chance, okay? So, well, it's 100% guaranteed. All right, and of course, second draw, this is a base draw. As you can see, we've got rated up, but this is just the collab characters. So pulling right here is what you're going to want to do if you want to continue on and getting multiple copies. So, this is the way you have to do it, okay? But that's not, that's a pretty good rate up. So, but, going to be going until the 20th, so it's a couple weeks. So that is the actual draw, okay? Now, as I showed you there, you will be able to get Rem and Ram for free, okay? You'll be able to get one at the 7th day inside of the event. So 14th day, yeah, at the end of the event, last day, twin bait ram. So there's rim. So as long as you log on every day, you'll be able to get her fine, no problems whatsoever. Now you'll be able to get just pumping through these rewards again, even though I already got them. Now you'll be able to get ram right here. Okay, so you have to complete the 5 missions that are associated with this particular event. They're not, not difficult. Bingo 10 times. As long as you focus on playing the game and doing your stuff, you should be able to get enough tickets to do that in 2 weeks' time. The hardest part is going to be this one right here. This is why I said I wanted to have another AoE character. The problem with these rabbits here is they do a ton of damage when they attack. So the key to beating them is eliminating them fast. It takes generally 3 AoE skills to eliminate the first. It's 2 rounds. So trying to get rid of those 3 before they have a chance to attack you back. Because if you don't have a super awakened character, you're going to get knocked down to well below half health, and that just things go bad right there. Okay, so yeah, they hit really hard. So the key to beating them is it's 4 characters, so you want to come out with 3 AoE. I've tried it once, did not quite beat it because I only have 2 AoE. So I wanted a 3rd AoE, and she is it. She does a ton of damage, and she's AoE focused. So she's going to probably, since I've already got a copy of her, I got a copy of her on the 2nd draw. Right here she is. So, inflict sever, 120 of attack on all enemies. Inflicts damage equal to 100% attack on all enemies. Infect. And then increases the basic stats of allies by 20% and unknown race allies dealt damage by 30%. That is the other groups inside of her team. Rimram, Amelia. And then afflicts damage to 400% of all enemies. So she's a complete AoE beast. Everything she does is AoE related. And you really need 3 AoE characters to do those rabbits. A common team that I've been seeing is Daughter, Merlin, Trader, Melidos. Both of these have an AoE that you could open up with. Then I need a 3rd AoE that's really powerful. And I hadn't decided who I was going to do until I got her. So I'm going to use her. Okay. So plus when I use her ult, I'm going to get the buff. So that's what we're going to do. So that works out perfect for me. I came really close, but because I was unable to take out the first 3 rabbits on the first pass, yeah, I was pretty much not in a good shape after that. Normally you could do it in 3 or 4 turns, is what most of the people are doing it in. So if you have the right setup, they're taking 3 AoEs and then one powerhouse. So in my case, I'll take Daughter Merlin, Trader Melidos, and then I'll take Escanor as the 4th one, and that should be good. Should be good because it's 4 actually. So yeah, but yeah, that's probably going to be the hardest. If you want to complete this, you need to do 6 of those. You got to clear it 6 times. Okay, so yeah, you're going to have, that's the way it goes. And none of these others would be so difficult. If you clear this 6 times, that's going to give you the rewards that you need to actually, use the special exchange shop. You might want to go a little bit more than just the 6. I'm actually going to try to go ahead and get 12 because I want to be able to get the actual reward up here. But this is a relic box, so you definitely want to get 9 at least. Okay, so you can get the relic box. They're giving away relic boxes in here, and if you get those boxes, you'll be able to make a relic for one of the characters. And I would, of course, go ahead and do that and make one for. So I definitely got that in my sights as well. Okay, uh, the actual collab event it's pretty nice. If you're familiar with RE0, it's basically Super, who is the actual head of the protagonist. When he dies, he gets reset back to a current point. Okay, well, that's going to happen to you quite several times inside of this event. So if you're not paying attention, then you're going to find you're going back and you're like, why am I repeating this again? Well, you're repeating it because he died and you had to reset. Okay, no, he did not die because of what I did. It just said that he encountered three wolves in the wilderness and was killed and dropped you back. So just focus. Make sure you keep an eye on what you're doing, and you'll realize that it's all that. And then once you have to complete each tangent that comes off of the main quest, and you got to go east west, and you've got to choose the three options of hit the stragglers, attack them head on. Yeah, you have to choose all of the options, and once you've chosen all of the options, then you'll play it through the final time, and that will of course end the quest. That's why I see nothing. When you start it, you'll see him standing here, and you'll see I think it's Ram. No, maybe Ram. One of them is standing right here. You go up, and that starts the quest. Okay, but that's the actual life of Jim. That is the actual. Like it's completed. I've already completed it. So it takes. It's probably going to take you an hour and a half, 2 hours to do it. Okay. The bingo event, just like any other bingo event that we had at the festival, as you play through doing free events, you'll get cards, bingo chances, and you just do the bingos. Okay, and then you get work through, and as you're doing the specialty quests, you'll get choose cards, which is what you want to get, of course, because the other ones are RNG and can duplicate. When you're doing it like this, it can duplicate. So yeah, but that's what you want to do. Okay, so this is you got a couple of weeks, so it's not like but you do need to clear this. You need to get bingo 10 times. Okay, and then once you've done that, you should be in good shape to carry on. And work up from there. Now, that's that. Okay, and the reason you I got to do that. So you get Rem right here. Okay, so and then of course Ram as shown inside of the login. So you're going to be able to get two from those events. Now, here's where it gets a little bit tricky. As you know, you'll get to choose one right here, any one of these. So you're guaranteed if you play and focus to get three characters inside that, which is what you'll need for a PvP team if you want to make an unknown team. Unknown team just means they're identified as unknown. So and the reason that that's important is because increases unknown race allies by 5 for every unknown race ally on the battlefield. Okay, so as you can see, the skills start to focus on unknown. This doesn't. She does not focus on unknown, but you have to have a freeze for hers to be effect. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, a requirement here. Unique for each orb filled for an ult to the hero, increases rank, increases if there are 4, but recovers 30% max. It's not too bad, pretty good. So you see, you can make a team with them. Okay, increases unknown race allies bat stat by 20. Okay, so as you can see, putting them together in an unknown team is considered to be a PvP possibility. Unfortunately, the fact is that these are event characters, collab characters at that. So you're really going to have to go here for 900. Then you're going to have to start winging digging it from right in here, and hopefully you can get some copies because you're not going to see these characters very often. I assume they'll have reruns and things like that. But until then, you're not going to be able to get them any other way. Now, you can also get the characters inside of the coin shop. Now, if you're familiar with the coin shop, you'll know that it's really not that productive unless you start getting a lot of duplicates. Now, as you can see here, it's already into a coin format for me because I've already got a copy of her. She would look like this if I didn't. But if you get 3, so once you get the character, okay, that's good. Now, to get coins, you have to get duplicates of the character. So let's say that you got a bunch of duplicates for the Beatrice and you didn't want those. If you got 3 duplicates for Beatrice, you could use that to get another copy of one of the characters that you do want. Uh, this is really too high, I'll be honest with you. This should be lower. I'd like this if it was like 2. It would be a lot more functional and a lot more useful. Because the chances of you getting 3 are not very good. Um, Unless you're going to have to start pulling on the secondary. But the secondary one's not bad because you don't have to worry. Don't let the secondary one off put you from using your diamonds on this if you really want to make an unknown team, because the only ones that come up in this, okay, you've got 16% on all of them, okay. Okay, so there's a fairly decent chance that if you do hit an SSR, it's probably gonna be one of these. Okay, so it's a rate up, almost 17%. It might unfortunately, be, it could end up being Beatrice, but so, but at least you've got a fairly good chance on the secondary. So don't be off put by this one. Okay. Um, and that's where you're at. So if you read the thing, it says, I read, okay, so, so collab heroes will not be added to the regular hero draw when the event ends, okay? So will not be added. So you need to pull on this, you know, you so that you can get one of the characters. When you hit an SSR, it's going to be one of the characters. Unfortunately, it might not be the character that you want. It's random, but at least it will be one of them. And if it's the one that you don't want and you've already got a copy of it, that translates into a coin, which can then, and if you get 3 coins, you can then translate that into a character that you do want a copy of something that you need. Okay, so that's where it's at. All right, that's what it means. So don't be off put by this if you do, if you do want to go in this. It's 600. So I do have enough if I do want to pull on this multiple times, but I'm going to choose. I've already decided I'm going to be choosing the Witch of Greed in my pity. So I'm going to have, that'll be a second copy for her, and of course, I will most likely use that on her ulti to power it up. But if I get, but if I ended up getting 3 and I need, I might want, it's always that. It's really one of those things where you just can't. Don't make a decision until, and that's what I tell people on these mobile games. Do not get impulsive. Okay, just be patient. Wait until focus. Do everything you need to do during the day. Keep an eye on, make sure you do all the possible chores you need to do to make sure that you'll be able to complete the events, all of the requirements at the end of the event. But do not make big changes like don't use automatically level up with someone's ulti, and then you get 2 copies of a character that you don't want. And then if you had saved that one character that you used on the ulti, you'd have had 3 coins and you could have chose a character that you really wanted. Okay, so that's what I mean. So wait until towards the end of the event before you make a decision as to what you want to do, because if you do get 3 copies, then you'll be able to of a character, different characters, you'll be able to combine those to get a character that you do really need. So keep that in mind. Okay, so that's where we're at. So it's a really good event. Okay, throughout the event, they are giving away relic chests. So you want to make sure that you do get those relic chests, because those relic chests will allow you to be able to make a relic for one of the unknown characters. So definitely look in the event. Anytime you see a relic chest, there's one inside of the actual, I think there's one inside of the rabbit event. Yes, right here at 9. So you definitely want to make sure that you complete this 9 times. And like I say, you need 3 AoEs for this. 3 Super Awakened AoEs will clear the first round, no damage, you won't get any damage, and then you'll be able to proceed into the second round fully flanked, and you will need it because they hit hard. So that's the key to beating it. Okay, don't go into this thing with 3 single attacking characters and expect to have an easy time. Well, maybe if you're level 100 at normal, yeah, you probably could do it, but us people who don't have a fully maxed out account, have trouble with it. So that's where it's at. So make sure that you do bring some AoE in, and you shouldn't have much of a problem on that. Okay, so yeah, complete the event. Like I say, a little annoying because you get, he keeps dying and you get reset. Bingo event we talked about. Yeah, Mag Beast we talked about. These haven't opened up yet. I'll probably do a little bit something when they do. Uh, uh, I don't know why they call that pedal guy. He's actually, I just been calling it Beetlejuice. I know that's not exactly what I pronounce, but it's Beetlejuice. Okay, I like Beetlejuice. Okay, I love the movie. It's funny, hilarious. So we're just going to call him Beetlejuice. So throughout this video, when I say Beetlejuice, I'm referring to what that look like pedal juice. I guess I don't know. But that's what I'm referring to. So Beetlejuice event coming up here in a couple of days. Really nice that they got a power up event. This allows you to increased rate of your super and ultra success rates. This is when you're super awakening in characters and stuff like that. You can get you get an extra buff, a chance that you might get a little bit more. So you have to use less materials. So that's pretty nice. Allows you to get to where you need to be quicker. Okay. And then, of course, the special missions, just to get the copy. The rabbit's going to be the problem, but you only need to do it 6 times, and you get 5 a day, and you have to utilize those 5, okay? Because I tried this once, like I said, and it did not hurt against my daily count. If you can always forfeit the thing if you want. I mean, if you're apparently not going to win a match, you can just click the pause button and then forfeit. There's no use sitting there watching watching them, their eyes turn red and then gnaw you to death, which is basically what it looks like inside of their attack. They do a ton of damage. I mean, Escanor is not super awakened, and I think he lasted through 2 before he was dead. So I mean, he died like at the beginning of the 2nd round because I already got hit once in the 1st round. So. It got to the point where I wasn't able to do enough damage because everybody was dead except for Daughter Merlin and Trader Meliados, and it was pretty much stagnating. And the fact, it would have went on forever, and I would not have won at the end of the battle. So it did not look good. So I needed a little bit more away. So I'm going to get that from Chinda. Once I do, we'll go rabby through that thing. I'll do my 5 a day. Get up to 12 to get the actual coins as well. But that's what it is. So yeah, good event, guys. So if you're a player who doesn't play very often, now would be a good time to jump back in. Focus on these chance to get some of the nicer characters. For farming, if you're looking for a farmer, like I say, the Witch of Greed is an excellent chance for that. So get in there and do that. Don't forget to do your dailies as well. And of course, make sure that you log in 7 days so you're guaranteed to get one of the characters. And I think it's pretty nice that they offer 2 of the characters inside of the actual event where you can actually get them. That's nice because for people who weren't able to participate in the first one, like myself, this will give us at least a mini chance to have like a sort of kind of unknown team if we wanted to make one, because we could get 3 characters guaranteed, one from the final pity. And you probably get one on the middle pity, but you might not. It could be one of the other characters. If you look at that middle pity, I don't know if I showed you that middle pity at 300. But if you take a look below, you can see that there are some others in there. So it's not just the collab characters. So you may get hit with a Foxin of Greed. You may get hit with one of these, okay? Which, yeah, you might not want, but that could happen. It's at 300. So if, but not at 6. 6 is just these characters, and you can choose. So you're guaranteed to get the one that you want. And then pulling on here, if you do get lucky and hit 1 or 2, it'll be one of these as well. Okay, so you have to spend some diamonds. That's the thing they say about these. You have to spend on them usually if you want to, if you're going to max them out 6 and 6. That's usually generally what you have to do. But if they do have the collab again, I'm sure she'll have a rerun or maybe just the 3rd part of the collab. You can build them up that way. But I didn't get to participate in the first one, so this is all new for me. The Echidna I got on my 2nd was the first of the characters that I do have. I'm glad it was her because that's the one I wanted. So I got really lucky. But yeah, I'll be pulling on the rest of it. So if you're part-time player, now's the time to jump in. You got to log on all days to get the login character in. So make sure that you do log on enough to get that. All right. So that's all I got. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, to see the bell click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video, and like and share the video as well. Helps the channel immensely. Kendra coming at you from the corner, signing out.